After the death of Warhammer Fantasy, there was a frantic fan-driven post-mortem. The finger of blame was at least partly pointed at the time and money it took to get an army together. Some of those same criticisms have returned with the old world. But is that fair? We were going to find out. So, I split 4 wargamers into pairs and gave each pair £150 with which to buy a 2,000 point old world army. For about a week after that, I was simply bombarded with parcels.
Thank you. Great, thank you very much. Yeah, thanks.
Eventually, the players started arriving too, for a weekend of putting their armies through a series of challenges. First from Scotland came John, a professional commission painter. Then later came Graham, who generally likes to finish early so he can get a good night's sleep. Chris, a long time and experienced hobbyist. And Hayden, who I infected with the wargaming bug shortly after we met. John would be teaming with Hayden and Chris with Graham, and it was time to find out what they'd spent my money on.
So, you guys don't know which is which, really? Whose is whose?
I don't even know what we've bought, to be honest.
Let's start with this green eBay branded box.
This was Chris and Graham's first box. They'd been told to get an evil army.
So this appears to be a giant.
Oh, it's Orcs and Goblins.
Is it? It's Chaos Giant.
It was in remarkably good nick for one of these challenges.
Oh no!
You've got a broken component.
We'll fix that, that's fine.
Okay. Little broken map. Oh, so this is brand new in sprue. Chaos. You bought yourself Chaos Warrior C. Did you guys buy yourself the Warriors one at a time?
It was then time to find out what John and Hayden, who were playing Team Good, had brought with them.
What? Dwarfs! Yay! So what we've got here, we've got some good looking dwarves.
It wasn't all sunshine and rainbows with the dwarves. Whoever had owned them last had glued the old size bases onto the new ones instead of rebasing them properly.
They must have watched Graham's contribution from last video. Are they all like that?
Oh god.
Yeah, they're all like that. I don't know what's worse, the fact that some of them are like that and some of them are just on the smaller bases. You've done well. I might actually get my money back this time.
Well, I might have spoken too soon on that. One of the rules was they had to buy official miniatures. That's not anything anti-3D print, but this is a test of Games Workshop's pricing structure.
Well, we found the first fucking trash there, haven't we? Why does it feel like jelly? It's a 3D print, and a really fucking shoddy one at that. What is that? So you've got some kind of it's stick. Remember when last time you brought sticky bases?
Yeah.
How much did you spend on these?
Tenner.
Okay.
I think these are Highlands miniatures, so the actual
the sculpture. I'm not criticising the sculpture.
They're stuck to the.
That's what we're dealing with. Oh, and it's got hairs on it already.
With that being dealt with, next came the Chaos secret weapon, the brand new battle host.
Purchased it from, you spent money on it.
I think it was like 80. It was 80 something.
See, Games Workshop, I think 88 quid for that is a f***ing steal.
Wait, 88 quid?
Oh my god! There's so much to do!
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ, guys!
I think a lot of it is quite simple, I think, like the Warriors. They're just going to be like, clip it out and put them together. It's not
don't forget Warrior C that you've got here. That collection initially.
So Team Good's army had arrived in plenty of little polythene bags, mostly built and even some alrightly painted. The first challenge for the teams would be to have 24 hours to get their armies tabletop ready. Experience has taught me not to trust John, so before that started I had to purge his 3D printed miniatures.
We win this on the friendship server? Yes!
For Team Evil, Chris and Graham, that meant a flurry of clipping and gluing as they tried to assemble their almost entirely on-sprue army. Save, of course, for their lone giant, who did need a little bit of TLC. As for Hayden and John on Team Good, they were actually still trying to put their list together. Because I had ejected the 3D prints, they had to reconfigure their army.
And then a runesmith.
There it is, the first warrior is away.
Hell yeah.
Little did I know they were also hatching a nefarious scheme.
So, I know Alex has just gone and thrown those 3D prints in the bin, but I'm going to go fish them out and paint them up and see if he notices them.
Apologies for the shot of my truly heinous bin there, but at least you weren't Hayden still trying to figure out what's going in the army.
Oh, this is stupid.
In fact, we're an hour in, and you guys are still just like, what are we painting?
The 3D prints then went through their first noticeability test as I filmed them being sprayed up.
Like, Alex looks right at those 3D prints, and he didn't even realise.
Which ones are this?
All of them.
Are they all?
All of them. Apart from the 4 minors.
Yeah. Oh,
It's not so now, are they? You can't even tell the difference. It's a organ gun. Who the did he not know?
Breezing swiftly past that embarrassment, we had to get on to the next test. It's called Points v Pounds, where players are rewarded for having maximised the number of points of army they got for the minimum cash investment.
So guys, how much did you spend?
£120, £129 and 16p.
Okay, so 16 is denied your points, unfortunately. So you're £20 under budget, so that's plus 20 points you start on, cracking start. And how many points are you on?
1,996.
So not even a full 10 points under, which means you don't lose any points. You start on a banging 20. Woo! That's what the kids say, right?
Banging 20.
You start on a skibbity tour at 20. That's
Can I go home?
demonetized.
How much did you guys spend?
Well, we spent exactly £150 under £150 budget.
£150 is pretty good. And then, but you didn't get all your bases. But
No.
does £150 does that, because you did buy some bases which didn't arrive.
Yes.
Were they in the £150?
No.
Okay, how much were you over then?
It was really cheap. It was like a £5.
Okay, 5 points then. So you're 5 points down on budget.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about points?
Exactly.
Exactly 2,000 points.
So by coming in so far under budget, Team Chaos have jumped ahead with an early lead. But the Dwarves are a long way from being out of it.
Right, lads, how are we getting on?
I think we're all, like, now we started the process, I think we're feeling a bit more optimistic about actually getting it all done.
That's good. Old Chaos Warrior models, when they've got a sword, hand weapon and shield, they hold up quite well. When they've got 2 hand weapons, they don't. Yeah, no. Yeah. I want my sausages. Is everything in the box sets
All
in the
these,
army?
yes.
So the knights, the chariot, single or chariots?
2 chariots, yep. Yeah.
2 chariots, knights, warriors. Who are your heroes?
So, one of the chariots is going to be a Chaos Lord.
Okay.
That's what I was talking about, the creative building.
Yeah.
And the other one, we've got this guy as a...
Are you Chaos Warrior C?
Chaos Warrior C, yeah. He's...
Lord of the Apocalypse.
What does C stand for?
It's chaos.
Chaos Warrior Chaos.
Hello.
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 How are we doing?
Fine. Yeah, good.
That is so unconvincing.
Well, I'm just looking at the speed at which they were building, and I'm a bit worried. I forgot Chris is actually good at this, unlike you, so...
That's alright. I'm going to start on the knights. I don't really know...
Sorry.
Oh yeah, the instructions. Yeah.
Ray.
Why are they like a billion pieces?
Whilst Graham was agonising over the complexity of the knights, Hayden was ready to start building, but John hit a snag.
Oh.
Did you break my chair?
No.
Well, it looks kind of broken.
I wouldn't believe that.
I saw him do it. He's with points.
It's emphatically not fixed.
Was that not the one that's already...
What, Alex? What are you doing breaking the chairs?
That's not on.
Well, no, it's not. It's off.
Having been banished from the main room by a lack of suitable seating, John decided to carry on the spray painting.
Jobby Brown.
I noted that Team Good had elected not to resolve the double base issue on their iron breakers. They were now basically sprayed up and ready to get painting.
Oh, silver lads, silver boys.
Fantastic.
Hurry up, come on.
Graham, meanwhile, was making steady progress on getting the knights assembled.
It's alright. No. It's just a fucking
In short order, Team Chaos were ready to unleash their secret weapon.
Here he comes. Chaos Warrior C!
Although Graham was still struggling to plough his way through the nights, and with all the hobby going on, I felt a bit left out and decided that I wanted to be busy as well. Okay guys, I decided to join in the challenge.
Oh, whatever. That's one for the boot.
I've decided to join in the challenge. So, what do you guys do in the armies? I'm going to do the terrain. So I've got a broken house to build and paint, and my challenge is to paint all the trees for the board for the weekend.
Oh,
Cool. That sounds like a really hard challenge.
should be good. I'm going to ask, yeah.
Well, you guys are in teams of 2, so it's not going to be as difficult as it's. But I'm solo, so I'm soloing these trees, and that's 1, 2. Oh, it's 1 sprue. It's 1 sprue of trees.
I hope you can do that. I have confidence.
I'm scared of you.
I'm trying to make a nice table for you guys, and I'm not getting any kind of support here. These guys might not respect it, but this would be my epic hobby adventure. Some trees. Whilst John took a moment to have a healthy, balanced lunch, Chris had a conversation with me about some miniatures he'd seen on the dwarf team's painting desk. So John, I've been alerted by a little narc that there might be some kind of issue.
Oh, who's stopping me?
So someone has pointed out that perhaps some of these miniatures don't look like official GW.
Well, that one.
That one's official GW. Where have they gone? There they are!
What?
That's a f***ing 3D print.
Touch that up.
It is! Chris,
Yeah.
that's the 3D print. 3D print. 3D print. Is that it? I need to be able to trust you, John. Is that it?
Oh, that'll never happen.
Keep up the good work, Mark. The filthy snitch dodged John's judgy stare by ducking out to spray paint his army. How are we getting on, lads? Well, so I do feel your pain. It's a slog when we do these challenges.
Especially when you have to do with like 3 trees, that must be absolutely diabolical.
I just feel like the camaraderie is not here. That's something you need to work on, frankly.
We spilled all over me.
I spilled water on you.
Because you failed to warn me of the dangers.
That's like those people who spilled coffee on themselves and they sue McDonald's because they didn't say hot on the cup. So these are in it, they're in it, but the brown ones there are not in it.
No, they are, and they are.
Okay, that is
Those
quite
ones
good. Those aren't. And the organ guns,
Yeah, they're not.
because they're 3D prints.
Oh, they're not.
I knew there was more, honey. Where did you get these from here before? Where did you get them?
I'm gonna fuck.
No, please.
They don't look that bad.
Sorry, John. You can't be trusted, that's the problem. John. Are you going to put these back on the table?
Oh, probably.
This is your one chance.
Then definitely goes back on the table.
John and Hayden were really hitting their stride, and their dwarf army was starting to take shape. However, things were about to disintegrate in quite a big way. I have to apologise for some missing camera angles here. When you film for 24 hours, it's impossible to capture everything, and I hadn't appreciated how many big feelings were about to happen.
Oh, right, that's the cannons. Oh, ready for a wash. All the crew. You nearly done those 4, and then that's.
It's going to be the goggles.
Yeah,
I built 2 trees.
just the gold. Kill.
Where's the leaves?
Well, I'll do it separately.
Have a look at my snot.
You call that finished?
Well, no, let's not just sit there and You assholes!
Trees.
Things were getting a bit tense around the trees, and it didn't help when I kind of got bored of painting them. What are we doing? Oh yeah, painting a house. It's hard.
Oh, you're painting trees.
Oh, I gave up. I
don't have the right spray. I can't want to.
Oh no!
You've got the right spray. You've got brown. Yeah, brown. Spray the trees brown. No, because then I'd have to do I'd have to do the leaf bit separately, which I could do. All right, I'll do the trees. I'll do the trees.
Spray that!
Yeah, I'll do the trees. I'll do the trees.
Really?
Holy.
Things calmed down a little bit after this, but soon the next problem arose. You see, we only had one pot of Agrax Earthshade to do 2,000 points of Dwarfs, 2,000 points of Chaos, and my universally critically acclaimed trees. Hayden had custody, but he was also distractedly watching the rugby.
Colour.
Me.
No, me.
I don't really know this. I don't really know.
Would you just like sort of get one for then and then move on?
Maybe what's it?
Cool. Is that Agrax?
Yeah. I know.
That's right. Is this our already from Agrax?
Yeah.
Oh no! We need to scoop it up!
What the fuck is that? Just
Hayden spilled the only one Agrax.
It's not. I mean, is it going to go through?
just use that and then
I care much more about the cost of Agrax than I do about the...
Well, no, I think you could just use this. You know, it's not going anywhere.
Soak it up!
There's liquid gold.
Hayden merrily continued using Agrax straight out the tablecloth, but this turn of events did sour John's mood further. I selflessly paused my vital work to see if I could help. I would inspire him back to productivity.
Rack with me, brother. What's going on, man? You struggling?
Yes.
I know how you feel. When I was painting the wood. You really felt like it was gonna take an age, but you persevered. I didn't think it's possible.
My pep talk must have worked, because soon enough John was back at the grindstone. They were bathing the dwarf metals in layers of wash, and given the dwarves are basically all metals, that meant they were flying ahead. Meanwhile on Team Chaos, they were still spraying miniatures. It's certainly possible to win and lose one of these challenges in your choice of army, and I do think that Team Good chose wisely. But fate, it seemed, did occasionally intervene to slow them down.
Just wash my paint and my tea.
What was this, Chuck?
That's what you get.
Going into the evening, everyone was focused and determined. Even John.
So Chris, I guess
It's never ending.
the next thing after the Browns, I guess, will be.
I eventually coaxed him back to his seat, and we all got our heads down, stuck into the work.
Because I've done very well with my project, so I think that I need to share that success with you. So I'm going to give you a hand. So can I help with the metals, maybe?
Yeah, okay, yeah. By the way, you have done very well with your project.
Alas, recognition.
Truly are the king of kings.
How
I know that.
How many
but-
points are you losing for this help? I need help. Do you want to accompany these warriors for me?
You guys are smashing it.
I'm bust.
These guys are fucked. Nah. Look, I've helped everyone. I've performed a public service by preparing the terrain. Now I need to share the love and give these guys a hand.
That's very much appreciated, thank
Well,
you.
how many points are you losing?
They'll lose an appropriate number.
Hey, where's the Agrax?
Oh, that's a good point. We need to finish off.
Did you finish the Agrax? When you painted your stupid house? Are you
I didn't.
Are you actually? You're gonna help them after using up the key pivotal wash in our build?
Well, in my defence, I haven't actually finished my house yet.
Alex!
Well, only because I ran out of Agrax.
I'm actually going to stab you in the face. Yes, Key, we'll kill him together. We will kill him together.
It turns out Chris had a secret stash of Agrax, and very charitably pipetted some over to Team Good. I held my oaths by helping Team Chaos get some contrast colours down on their miniatures. And for anyone thinking that that's going to distort this experiment, don't worry, I did an extremely half-assed job. Nevertheless, it wasn't long before they were starting to look a little like they might be about on the cusp of beginning the phase at which they'll soon take shape. That achievement might be slightly dwarfed by the fact that Team Good were already getting their basing materials on. And whilst with Agrax back in play, I plotted my return back to my house, I first wanted to catch up with Graham about his approach to this challenge.
So what's your horse painting strategy?
Just do it, get it done.
Okay, so what? Get it done how?
With brown.
With brown. What does that mean? What's
Just,
You need to give him more words.
it's anything that is not obviously metal is being considered for brown. So,
As the evening grew to a close, Team Dwarf appeared to have a legion of miniatures pretty much ready. That included their terrifying artillery section. Meanwhile, I got the sense that Team Evil would quite like to go home, but had just enough pride not to give up. Fortunately, I was on hand to exploit their emotional vulnerabilities for personal financial gain. It's what good friends are for. Once again, as the evening drew near, John made us watch an incomprehensibly wank film, this time Geostorm, and once again Chris soldiered on alone. It was well past midnight that he finally capitulated. The next morning, after Hayden searched in vain for an escape route, it all began again, and for Graham that meant painting the giant. For Chris it meant starting with the chariots, and for John it meant finding something to have an argument about. This time the tufts I'd kindly bought him.
Look at the size of these f***ing tufts, they're f***ing massive!
For everyone, time was running out.
No.
you drinking a cup of tea?
Are you okay?
You know, I just feel like the nights will never be done. Well, mind you, they're nearly done, so actually.
Some little tufts for you, you promised you actually use them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Sorry! It's too late! No, you promised! Okay guys, it is 11 o'clock. You have 1 hour remaining. I'm starting the timer.
Oh.
There it goes.
So intimidating.
It isn't it? It's right there behind you.
I don't like it.
Right.
This is what I call the anxiety tron.
I'm just gonna keep my back to it and just hope for the best.
Just pretend it's not there.
Treat it like all other mental health problems. Just pretend it isn't. With 1 hour remaining, the pressure was properly on, and it really started to get to John.
Alex!
What?
Where's your hard coat?
Hard coat. Okay, yeah. Okay, go on. Okay.
Your fucking mental paint system, I can't figure it.
It's an.
Look, how do you see which is? You can't see through it.
I know. Well, it's meant to be like a spice rack.
Pile of shit.
It's it's a contract. No, technical. It's the other clear one. It's a clear one. Lamia medium.
Is that it?
Okay. Okay. Go. Oh my god!
What the fuck?
Your leg is twisted.
Oh no, the dog's here.
I don't know what to do. Still, the dwarves were in great shape. John had done his highlights and he was doing glazing, eyes and gems. This was a centerpiece model, but still, given it was grey plastic the day before. Good. The Chaos were also onto their pizzazz, having done some freehanding on the banners, which is rudely impressive given the entire army was on sprue 23.5 hours ago. Graham was trying to dry brush basically the whole army in the last 30 minutes, although each model's attention got progressively more fleeting as the clock ran out. Throughout all of this, as a man who only seems to have friends in order to trigger anxiety in them, I have to say, having the big clock was a smashing success. Bear in mind here that tournament regulations apply. Any unfinished models or models that are proxied will not be permitted.
There's only a little bit of time left, Alex. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Come the fuck on.
More impressive than anything, though, is the progress I made on the house. And the trees. I could be proud of myself there.
2, 1.
Brush it down, please! Brush it down! So the painting is done and we're getting ready for the next round, which is the gaming. But before, we need to do the scores. Team Chaos were docked 30 points for accepting help, because accepting help is weakness. Team Dwarves were docked 40 points for borrowing my spray, paint, and tufts. Thanks to John's behaviour in the last one of these challenges, I had foresight enough to introduce a cheating round this time. His repeated breaches have cost the Dwarves 100 points. That gives Team Chaos a commanding lead as we go into the next round, pitting the two armies against each other. We'll be scoring points as described in the rulebook, basically accruing the value of the enemy units you've killed. Before we go into the game itself, as a reminder, the miniatures on this channel are always assigned to my Patreon so we can see who's lucky, who's unlucky, and reward great deeds. Before this game, the heroes, the unit champions, monsters, and war machines were all assigned to Patreons. Higher tier Patrons have a higher chance of being assigned each miniature. The MVP on each side will win one of these rather dashing Battle Camper mugs, so there you go, that's worth getting out of bed for. Jonathan DiPietro starts strong with the Dwarven leader, who appears to be a blinged out Brian Blessed in a 2-wide aspect ratio. Chris Murfitt gets the Iron Drakes, who spit fire but not bars. Anthony Lyons gets Engineer 1, who appears to have no face skin. The Thunderer champion from a bygone age of single-piece miniatures. He belongs to Nick Dorwood. The cannons go to Curtis Hodgson, Chris Lloyd, and Harry Parkhill. Anthony Oddly also got Engineer 2, which is fortunate because he does have face skin. Also, I'm just now realising that is not an Engineer model, that is a Thunderer champion model who's been illegally proxied. Damn it, John, you cheating b****. This distinguished Dwarven gentleman goes to Thomas Rowles, and the plucky Dwarven Rangers go to Ricky Drinks Paint. On the Chaos side, the aspiring champion of these hungry toddlers goes to Jack Cade. The Chaos Lord with the Ruby Ring of Ruin goes to Laura Smith. Graham's Knights, who, like the childhood actor offspring of lower middle class disillusioned American parents, have impossibly high expectations to live up to, goes to Natalie Pearson. This misunderstood behemoth goes to Jake Pollard. This chariot with the overtly not safe for work vibes goes to Justin. The aspiring champion with shield goes to Bandy. And the man, the myth, the legend, Chaos Warrior C goes to Huntmaster Dave. The lines arrayed for battle. Right in the middle of the Dwarven army, the 3 cannons deployed together. The warriors and longbeards clumped up to their left, which may or may not have been a good idea, I don't know. The Lord led the chunky hand weapon and shield unit in the middle, screened by another unit of Thunderers. The 4 Quarrelers were on the extreme left of the flank in some woods, basically holding down the fort all by themselves, staring down the 2 Chaos Chariots, one of which had a Lord on it. The Chaos Warrior units took up the centre, with Chaos Warrior C leading the charge, probably, and the big chunky boy just to their right. The Knights on the far right stared down the Dwarven Iron Drakes. The Chaos have no ranged stuff other than the Ruby Ring, and so, unsurprisingly, just walked forward. The game would basically turn on whether or not they had enough models left at the end of that walk to kill some dwarves. Graham was putting an enormous amount of pressure on the Knights to do the business on the right flank, understandably since he'd spent 24 hours talking and thinking about nothing else. The dwarves adopted a nail-biting and interesting strategy of just sitting there and resorting to an overwhelming amount of firepower. But I'm not judging, they only have little legs after all. But I was a little anxious for Graham and Chris. All the Chaos want in this world is to indulge their limitless bloodlust against anything that moves without mercy or thought, and the dwarves were just too proud to let that happen. With the moves done, it was time for the Dwarven artillery to open up on the main unit of Chaos Warriors in the centre, which included our Lord and Saviour Chaos Warrior C.
There's an extra 4 inches. Oh, perfect. Just about the unit, and then roll it again. They definitely get all. Not ideal. 10, an extra 10, so you go all the way through and hit. Hit 4 guys. God. Right, this sucks, I guess. Not really. 2. Okay, so basically 2 are dead, and then on a 6, one of them isn't. But he is, so 3 dead. 3 dead. Yeah, no, 4 dead. 4 dead.
Their trial was not yet over though. There were still 2 cannons left to go.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. That's 2 dead. No, let's just turn these 2 quackery.
Are you sure these dice aren't loaded, Alex?
Which makes it optional.
Are you sure? And then we've got 3 engineers who'll shoot handguns.
Get it out!
I would have liked that the next. Right.
What was worse, Graham was trusted to try and make the saves.
Just 1.
Go on, Grimo.
Sorry.
This is it. 2 to 1, so let's do that.
Who's got dice?
Next, the Iron Drake's Troll Hammer torpedo targeted the Knights on the right flank and killed one of those as well. And plopping a humiliation cherry on top of the already pretty embarrassing cake, the Dwarf Quarrelers in the woods on the left-hand side of the board chipped a wound off the mighty Chaos Lord. Not to worry, there's always another turn. Unless there isn't. But in this case there is, or was. So here it is. Or was. The knights on the right would not risk another volley, but charged headlong into the dwarf hammerers. The giant and the pummeled unit of warriors in the centre rushed in through the village, and on the left, the remaining warriors moved up to fall in behind their lord.
We've moved. That's it. I think it's all the movement. Shooting?
The Lord's Ruby Ring of Ruin was the only shooting attack, and it brought some light retribution, taking 4 Thunderers off the table.
That's our shooting, so it's just combat, I guess.
Mm-hmm. The Knights hit hard-ish. Actually, not really at all. With some poor rolling from Graham and some lucky rolls on the Grumble armour, only 2 were slain.
That's it. That's what it taught you, is 2 souls.
The horses failed to kill anyone.
4, so putting on 4. No.
Nay wounds.
Was it worth it, Graham?
Nay wounds. Sorry.
In case that wasn't bad enough, the Dwarf Thane performed admirably, killing 2 of the knights by himself and giving the dwarves a narrow win in the combat. And that was before the Standard Bearer managed to kill another. And I'm not sure if this makes it better or worse, but all of that happened whilst Graham was on the toilet.
And he spent all weekend on those nights. Yeah. I think it's funny if it comes down and then it's gone.
Lo and behold, the dwarves found their motivation in this turn to actually move their arses, and on the right flank the Ironbreakers charged to re-engage the now retreating Chaos Knights. On the other side of the village, the Longbeards with great weapons charged the Chaos Lord, which under normal circumstances I'd have described as quite brave, but given the way this game's been going, perhaps not. In any event, the dwarves had clearly decided to capitalise on their gains, build some momentum. The counter-attack had begun, and there were still Chaos units out in the open who would have to weather another turn of shooting. Starting with grape shots from the cannons.
And that's how many. So that's you get 10.
I'll roll a 10, Drew.
Yep.
You need to. I'm so sorry. It's supposed to be fun for both teams.
I didn't mean to.
Yes, the first cannon had got a mega 10 shots against the giant, but fortunately only wounded it once. There were still 2 to go though.
Get another 10, come on.
What?
Get another 10. The second one.
Oh, the second one.
Get another 10. Don't get another 10.
I'll take it away. This is your day to say it. They've always hated me, those dice.
In the combat, the Chaos Lord did manage to defeat his dwarven foes and push them back. However, he survived on just a single wound, was in a precarious position. The Knights were not so lucky. They didn't kill a soul, and yet lost 1 in return, and fell way back to near where they started. It would be nice to say that Chaos had performed admirably, weathering the storm, but they hadn't. They hadn't done that at all. But now they were in range, right across the line. They had this one final chance to turn the tide. The giant charged a cannon. The Lord re-engaged the Longbeards. The chariot took on the Thunderers. Well, he tried. Their reaction was to stand and shoot, and
You all hate and stand it.
3 hits.
He doesn't need it.
How many wounds?
they killed it.
Just like
Maybe to go.
You jerk.
Sorry.
The Knights, in an effort to regain some dignity, turned back to face the foe. Behind the giant came the remaining warriors accompanying Chaos Warrior C, who charged the screening Thunderers. And now the moment we've all been waiting for, time for the giant to start the fight back.
We've got 2.
2. He does a belly flop.
Graceless but effective, the flop did the job, and the giant wheeled on the next cannon. That, though, was about as good as it got for Chaos. Chaos Lord did only 2 wounds to the dwarves in total. Hayden rolled saves with his suspiciously effective dice.
AP -1. Oh, passed. Failed. So 1 dead. That's not what you want from a Chaos Sword.
No, it's not. It's not super.
So then you get
Then he rolled for the dwarves to strike back.
Forced to win, mate.
2 wounds, 5 to save.
go Graham, double 5. If you ever need to double 5 for your life.
God, double 5.
I don't want to save.
5 won't save.
If you ever need a single 5 in your life, it's now.
The lord of all time. How many points is he? 450 somewhere.
Not to worry, here came Graham with Chaos Warrior C. He'll set everything straight. I'm sure you can already see where this is going.
No, it's 2-2.
a few ones until these two are winning on. The double one.
Where? Champion, the hero.
Give us one of your crap.
The combat was a lost cause. Ironically, it was the Chaos who were in chaos. Going into the next turn, the bloodbath continued, to be honest. The dwarves had little cause to move, but first they blasted the giant away.
Good.
They then turned their sights on the surviving knights.
Yeah. To that. No,
They're all there.
With little left to lose, Chaos Warrior C accepted a challenge against the Dwarf Lord, perhaps hoping to redeem some honour. He was promptly killed instead.
See you later.
I'm not saying that the Chaos did damage nowhere, but they did damage nowhere near enough to win. That works. I'm pretty sure that works. This dwarf, for example, was the last survivor of his crew, but that's perhaps emblematic of the fact that even when Chaos did make progress, it was never quite enough. This one dwarf, which is Thomas Rowell's Longbeard champion, would cost Chaos half the value of the unit. The kill tally difference turned out to be just over 1,300, which gave the dwarves 130 points. Don't go thinking this is in the bag though, there's still 2 rounds left with a whole bunch of points left to play for. The team still had to go through the painting competition and they had to sell their armies for profit, and at the moment, they were neck and neck. The results of the last 2 rounds were delivered a little while later after I'd had a chance to try and sell the 2 armies for profit. Before that, the 2 patron MVPs. For the dwarves, it was very tough competition, but Mr. Rowell's dwarf Longbeard, who survived both the Chaos Lord and the dual hand weapon wielding Chaos Warriors, takes the biscuit. For Chaos, it was not difficult or competitive. It was the giant, because he did something. He belongs to Chake Pollard, and I'll be sending the 2 patrons the mugs out. Just before we start, John had to have one last moan about the fact that I allegedly didn't buy him spray paint he'd asked for. You ordered some to my house, but you ordered them the day you set off, and then when you got here, you're like, it's not here yet. It's like, mate, it was like you ordered it like 6 hours ago.
I told you to do it. You said you would do it like 6 times. I'll get your spray, John. I'll do it.
You know, you have to know that's not true. You have to know that's not how it happened.
100% true.
Because we had a very I'm gonna play this against the conversation we had on the day where you acknowledged the fact that
you can. I don't think there is a clip.
I'm sure you already guessed this, but of course there's a clip for it. So here's Exhibit A, a private chat between me and John, in which I actually offer to buy the spray paint for him, and he refuses that offer explicitly. And now Exhibit B, the group chat planning this event in which John and I had this exact argument. That's how often it happens. I have a screenshot of the last time I had to show him a screenshot of it, and he simply replied, bollocks. So that brings us into the final 2 rounds, and the first of the 2 we've got to do is the painting competition. Now, originally I had a panel of Patreons to be the judges for the painting competition, and I'm desperately sorry to Eric and Ed, who gave up their time to do it. I don't have the footage anymore. I've changed computers, and I just can't find it anywhere. I will have you both back on to judge the next competition, but for the moment, I had to crack on, and I decided to take it upon myself to be judge, jury, and executioner. I'm going to assign each army a score, and then you guys are going to assign your opponent's army a score. If your assigned score exceeds my assigned score, your opponent gets that number of points. If your assigned score is less than my assigned score, then you, the person who assigned the army, your team gets 0 points for the painting competition. John, reveal the score for Chris and Hayden first.
Chris.
Yeah, you go first, yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, no, Alex, you go first.
I don't want to lose our points. I'm going to go 86.
86 for Chris and Hayden. Do you want to give a comment on that score? Do you want to give them any feedback?
I'm trying to go about 10 above whatever you would pick, so that I don't
So you actually... Alright, I meant like feedback on their painting, not on your strategy.
Oh, right. I don't know, I really like Khorn. Khorn's the best god. Apart from Malal, but he doesn't exist anymore. But Khorn's the best god, so definitely the best pick they could have done. I think, yeah.
86, and that's because you actually thought it was a 76, but you want to make sure you're above me. Well, you made me like a proper dickhead now. I gave you a 60. I think a 60 is extremely good in the circumstances. I think you just hamstrung yourself so much by having to build the army. Team Chaos keeps the score of 86, and they are now 86 points ahead. Chris, what score did you give the Dwarves?
I better be honest, I suppose. I was going to give them an 80 because I just thought that's really good. Like I thought that they look like professional quality things. Obviously, if I was considering giving them a 90, to go above the 86 because I think their army was better than ours, basically.
Well, we've already established I went way too high there because
the fear.
But they I couldn't see any mistakes. Ours had some sort of splotchy bits and stuff. I couldn't really see any mistakes in their pictures.
That's the magic of Agrax Earthshade.
Well, exactly, liquid talent.
I'm not making this up. I'm going to actually point my camera at my screen because I gave them. I don't know if you can read that at all.
79.
79. So you're all 1 point off. So Chaos have broken the tie with a 6-point lead in the painting competition. That means the Dwarves on the back foot would have to sell their army for at least £7 more than the Chaos army to take home the prize, whatever that's going to be. So the Warriors of Chaos army, it sold for £171.
Nice.
So it's £21 over your budget, but you spent £20 less than your budget.
Yes.
So you've made money. 41 pounds money. But the buyer cancelled. They sent me a message and they said, that was an accident. And I was like, well, that's
How do you accidentally buy it?
I don't know. So I just relisted it straight away. And the second time it sold for £206. So thank God that guy cancelled. So that is actually £76 in profit. So we're going up. And then that guy cancelled as well. I know. He said that he hadn't appreciated how much it would cost to ship abroad, and therefore he didn't want to pay the shipping fees. So then it sold for a third time, and this time it sold for £122. So that's an £8 loss. I know. And that guy actually bought it because he lives 5 miles away from me. I'm going to use the £206 because that's how much I sold for. And that gives you 56 points. You are already 6 points ahead, so there is 62 points in it at the moment. Yeah. So, John, if your army, yours and Hayden's army, sold for £207 or more, no, that's not right, £213 or more, then you win. I'm going to go in reverse order. So it was 1 penny and 60 pennies and £3 and £80 and £400. £483 and 61 pence. Yeah. So the Dwarves stunk back into the lead right at the final moment. It had been close right up until when it wasn't close anymore. The Dwarves had taken 333 points in the resale competition, which nets them a smooth 403 point total. With both armies sort of making a profit, kind of, and with both armies being finished a bit, and with at least one of the armies being able to perform on the tabletop, it is possible to complete an old world full 2,000 point force when you are cash and time poor, depending on how low your standards are. And hey look, that's no disrespect to the guys. You know, they put themselves through that. I wouldn't. I frankly, I don't know why anyone would. You've got to find better things to do with your time. The average person gets 4,000 weekends on this planet, and they spent one of them doing this. I mean, this weekend made for piss week eulogy fodder, I'll tell you that. Anyway, thanks to the guys for coming. Hope you had fun. Thank you to you, of course, as always, for watching. The last one of these videos did really well, so take a quick look at the view counter. If it's above 100,000, I'm probably laughing right now. I'm having a blast. unless it's like years after, in which case I've probably forgotten. If it's below 5,000, the opposite is true. Probably having a sad and bad time. Because of course there was a time when I did this just for the love of the game, but those days, they're gone. They are gone, and now I need the dopamine hit that comes with algorithmic approval, and I need your money. I do need your money. Give me the money. So go to the Patreon, give me the money, and I'll have the money. If you don't want to give me the money, go to the Facebook, because I bet you're a millennial. I don't think the young people, the Gen Zers, they're not here. They're elsewhere. They're on TikToks, I think. And now you're here, so you've got a Facebook account. You use it to compare your life to that of old school friends and occasionally sign up to nostalgia-driven social events that you have no intention of going to. You may as well, while you're there, do the one thing that's even more depressing and sign up to Battle Camper. Most thanks of all goes to my patrons, genuinely and sincerely. It's the only sincere thing, because you give me the money. Goodbye. Well, if it was any...
You moved them and put them somewhere! Well, along with the anvil guy!
I was literally just about to say that it's okay, but actually it's not okay. I was literally about to say, it doesn't really matter because they're only wound tokens, but then he blamed it on me for no reason whatsoever.
Finally here.